Fire in the European sky. Russia on high alert after the United States deploys dozens of KC-135 aircraft to Poland. The skies over Europe are tense once again. While the world's attention remains focused on the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, the United States has made another surprising strategic move. Dozens of KC-135 Stratotanker aerial refueling aircraft have been deployed to Poland, a strong signal that Washington is preparing large-scale air infrastructure on the NATO front line. This move immediately prompted a strong reaction from Moscow, which raised its military alert status in the western region. The presence of KC-135s in Poland is not merely a symbol of military presence, but an important foundation for American air power. These aircraft have the ability to refuel in the air, extending the range of fighter jets such as the F-15, F-16, and F-35 by thousands of kilometers without the need to land. With dozens of units now operating from the Lask and Powidz air bases, NATO has effectively expanded the operational radius of its fighter jets throughout Eastern Europe. The Pentagon calls the deployment of the KC-135 part of Operation Airbridge, a mission aimed at strengthening the air logistics chain in Allied territories. However, behind the diplomatic language, many analysts see this move as a tactical preparation for a possible greater escalation on the Ukrainian border. For Russia, this is clearly not a good sign. The Kremlin reacted quickly. The Russian Ministry of Defense reported an increase in MiG-31 and Su-35 aircraft patrols in the Kaliningrad region, as well as the readiness of the S-400 missile system to deal with any form of air threat. Russian military media even called the deployment of the KC-135 a precursor to a large-scale offensive air operation by NATO, although the U.S. denied the accusation. The KC-135 aircraft itself is a legend in the world of military aviation. Introduced in 1957, this aircraft has been the backbone of American air mobility for more than 6 decades. With a fuel capacity of more than 90 tons, a single KC-135 unit is capable of supporting several fighter jets at once on a single long mission. Now in the skies over Poland, this old but sturdy aircraft is once again playing its role on the modern geopolitical stage. Several Western intelligence sources have stated that the deployment of the KC-135 to Poland was carried out very quickly and secretly. The fleet was flown in from various American and European air bases, including RAF Mildenhall in the UK and Ramstein Air Base in Germany. In less than a week, NATO's new air structure in Eastern Europe was formed with remarkable efficiency. For Poland, this move brings both pride and anxiety. The Polish government welcomes the presence of American air forces as a guarantee of national security. However, on the other hand, civilians are concerned that their country has now become a prime target in the scenario of an air war between NATO and Russia. Local media reports an increase in military activity around the base, where the KC-135s are stationed. Washington insists that the deployment of the KC-135 is a defensive measure. In a statement, a Pentagon spokesperson said that the U.S. is not seeking confrontation, but rather strengthening the ability of its allies to defend their airspace. However, this diplomatic language has done little to ease Moscow's concerns, which sees every Western military move in Poland as a direct provocation against Russian sovereignty.